anything. I think it's wonderful. Thank you.
Yes. Teresa Medeiros from WKAG in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I have a question for Ms. Washburn. I know you were sort of famous for being able to sort of cry on cue. When you were doing that as a child, was it something you could just turn off and on, or were you doing it because you were so immersed in the role that you felt the emotions that the character was feeling?
Well, my brother always said that I cry at supermarket openings, you know, that I'm a very emotional person. I got overactive tear ducts, I don't know. I'm just a very emotional person, and I know there's stories about, you know, child actors that the director is, you know, over there shaking them or saying, you know, your dog was just hit by a car or something, but that's not true. Actually, whenever there's a scene when you're supposed to cry, what I would do is just, as you said, kind of immerse myself in that scene, and invariably it would make me cry because there's always a reason in the scene that you're going to cry, and I would cry. And I was at a convention about a year or so ago, and I had my pictures there, you know, and this really nice man came up to my table and he said, you know, I heard you were going to be here, and I couldn't quite place you. I kind of knew the name, but I wasn't totally familiar. Couldn't put the picture with the face and the name and all that. And he said, but now that I see all these pictures, he said, now I remember you. You were that little girl that was always crying and whining.
I think Justin learned to cry on cue at Hooters, right?
And I got home.
Just wait till I get home. I was busting Karen about you a while ago. More questions, please.
Phil, Justin, is this your all's first convention?
No, not my first convention. My first time here, yes, but not my first convention. No, I've done a ton of shows in this genre, Star Treks, and you know, I did the new Mission Impossible. So I've had a great, you know, honor to go to a lot of good conventions and meet some amazing people. So I mean, and I'm a fan. So I honor fandom because I am one. So if they want me to go and it's a cool thing and the people are cool, man, you'll probably see me there.
Man, this isn't even my first time here. I went to SIU. I've been to Paducah on at least 3 different occasions. I've never been to Metropolis, but I've been to Paducah on at least 3 different occasions, so I'm familiar with the area. But we did Comic-Con last year, didn't we? Or the year before?
Yeah, San Diego.
Yeah, so that's a mega one. It's fun.
Yeah.
Last question, please. We do have a timetable we got to meet.
Phil, you
Yes.
mentioned New Mission Impossible. How did it feel to step into those shoes?
Surreal. I mean, just that they would do that show, that I would be an actor and of the age to be able to take on the character was amazing. And all my friends went to read for the role before I did, and they were like, did you go in yet? They don't hire me. You know, I look too much like my dad. You know, but in fact, that's who they wanted, and I got the job, and it was insane. When I got it, it was during the writer's strike, so I in fact got my father's part because they couldn't change the names, they couldn't change the dialogue, they couldn't change anything. That's why they did Mission Impossible, because it was a show that really seemed contemporary, even though it was a little of an older show. So it was easy to contemporize it. And when I got the job as Barney Collier. And then when the writer's strike broke, they made me the son. Crazy. But they made me the son of that character. But yeah, it was amazing. My dad came down, did a couple episodes, and shot in Australia. You know, I'd never been to Australia, and right away, boom, I'm there for a year. And it was unbelievable. Beautiful experience. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
Folks, there will be a question and answer session for the public at 11:30 a.m. And that starts, that'll be at the Metro tent. I believe that's tomorrow, yes? 11:30 a.m. Let's thank all of them. Justin Hartley. Beverly Washburn. And the First Lady of Metropolis, Noel Neill. And of course, Superman. Thank you all very much.